Hello firewood fanatics, it's Mike with K&L Firewood, and today I got all kinds of things I'm going to get done. At least there's a lot on my list. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get done. One of them is the grocery store account that we've got. I'm out of wood. The piles that I showed you a couple videos ago, gone. So this was one of the first totes I put out here, I don't know, earlier this summer. And I came out last night with a moisture meter, and a lot of these pieces are reading well below 20%. The grocery store is down to 2 bundles. And I know this isn't the busy season, but I did tell them that I would keep them in inventory, so I feel like I got to do that. So I've got a little hatchet here that's about as sharp as a spoon. So we're gonna pick a few out of here, split them in half, and do a moisture test in the center of them. See what they read. Oh boy, that'll never split. And we'll give it a shot. I've got a couple different meters here. This guy is from Harbor Freight, the Pittsburgh Digital Mini. That's what it says. That piece is reading anywhere between 9 and 11. That piece is 14 all the way around. This piece will never split. All right, let's see what this reads. Same meter on the inside, 15%. This is a Tavool, T-A-V-O-O-L. It looks a little fancier, but I think it does about the same. So this one's also reading 9% on the outside, 16% on the inside. Still, that's pretty dry. I split up several of those pieces out of that basket. I think I've got a pretty decent sample size. I'm going to use the Tavool 99. Almost 13. I'm approaching 20 there. I'll start making some bundles for the grocery store. So like everybody else, we make a good bit of scrap. I put all mine, I put this quarter IBC bladder beside the axis, and as kind of the table gets crud and stuff on it, I'll just kind of sweep it all off. You'll see me do that. I'm sweeping it into this. This is our fire pit. We're gonna dump this into the fire pit, and I'll probably light it on fire. Got it on the fork, so it just slides right in. I'll just tip it right up. I did earlier this year on one of our firewood deliveries. I took out some of these decent scraps like these and put them in put a bunch of them in one of those firewood bags. I bought, I don't know, 20 of those firewood bags early on, thinking that was going to be the way that we were going to sell bundled wood. I just don't like those bags. It just, for whatever reason, I don't like them, right? So anyway, I've got all these bags, 20 of them or so I want to try to get rid of. So I put a bunch of this stuff in those bags and gave one to the guy, and the guy called me back and was very appreciative. And he said, man, I've never had anybody give me free kindling before. He said, next year when I order, can you throw in 2 of those bags? So I guess I got to start holding out some of this and putting them in the bags. I'm not doing it today. I got too much to do. I'll be making more of it, I promise. Quick little boiler rundown here. I've got those 2 full baskets. This one I'm still working on. And then these 2 baskets, the one I just dropped off, and this other one sitting here. This might actually get us through December. I don't know. One other thing I'm doing over here, I just thought about doing this the other day. So when I made all of this wood, those 40 totes that are out there, I wasn't selling any wood. So as I'm going through this, if I find pieces that are decent and sellable for camp wood or roadside stand or something, I'm going to make a bundle here and just kind of toss them in, and I'll have those. I mean, $5 a bundle, you're getting about $600 a cord. I mean, might as well save some, right? Okay, on to the next project. I don't know if this is an addiction or what's going on. I cannot say no. This is the second load of locust, what's left of it. While I was gone, see that fresh looking stuff over there? I got 2 loads, one of pine, one of maple. So this is the end of load 1 and part of load 2. This is everything else from load 2. It's on the table. That's stuff that's been sitting there for a while I need to deal with. This is load 3 of the locust, and it's finally cleaned up. This is it. This is all the locust. But anyway, on this third load here, on the first load, Allison and I went over and got a load, and then she also went with me on load 2, but she had stuff to do with the girls today. And I said, well, I'm not doing it by myself, and the guy had to have it gone today. So I hired a couple high school boys to go over and help me, and they did most of the heavy lifting, which was nice. And then I'll just unload it with the tractor. That's how we did it before. Use the grapple a little bit, the things I can grab, and not, I'll just put the bucket on and drive the bucket right up to the edge here, and then roll them into the bucket, and then go take them to wherever we're going, right over to the bucking table. Anyway, that's our Saturday. Here's the basket of no bark stuff I'm trying to make. I don't know, I'll let it season and try and sell it next year for a premium. I kind of like the way it looks though, because you've got real white wood in there and some real dark wood in that walnut. So I think it's going to be aesthetically pleasing, if nothing else, when I bundle it, if I'm strategic. Hopefully I'll get some cherry in there too. That'd be, have some walnut and cherry and some real white wood, whether it's maple or whatever it is. That'd be kind of cool. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this one in the garage. It is way too windy. I love it here in Indiana, but it is really flat, and we are in the middle of nowhere. In the wintertime, the wind blows. It's probably blowing 20 miles an hour today. You couldn't hear a word I said anyway. I need to get one of those little microphones and one of those little rats you put on the end. One of these days I might do that. I want to make mention to last week's video. I love your comments, and I like to respond to everybody, but I had asked for suggestions for some good hearing protection. And there were a few guys that mentioned some specific models or put a link in the comment of a particular model, and YouTube wouldn't let me get to them. I could see the comment in my email, so I could read your comment, but I couldn't reply to it. And they didn't show up on my notifications in the app. So I'm sorry, there was a handful of guys that did that. I saw your comments, I appreciated it. I did order one. I kind of forget which one I ordered now, but you know what? I didn't order one. I put it on my Christmas list. So we'll see if Santa brings it. Thank you for those comments. I appreciate it. I read everybody's. I try to comment to everybody's, but apparently if you suggest a particular product or put a link in the comments, I can't respond. So you've been warned. I got most everything cleaned up out there except for the trailer load of locust. I've still got that to take care of. Everything else is either cut to 16-inch and stacked over by the splitter. I did split about 1.5 baskets of good locust. I kept some that was bark free,
And then of course I made a bunch of firewood for us. If it was marginally rotten, I'm keeping it for myself. If it's not decent stuff to sell, if I wouldn't buy it, I'm not selling it. So I did make quite a bit for us. Anyway, that's where we're at. Thanks for watching again today, guys. I appreciate it. Next week's going to be a big week for me. Little teaser. I haven't said for a while, but get to work, because that stuff does not split itself.